Okay, so I've been doing some sleuthing on the internet, and I think I may have just discovered Monica Garcia's new mystery man. She was just on the Viall Files talking about her new man that has gotten her knocked up, and I'm ready to get into it. I hope you are too. Let's get it. You're listening to No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. Welcome on in, everybody in the club. How's it going? Welcome on in, guys. So I don't know if you caught Monica's episode on the Viall Files this morning, but her big reveal is that she is preggers. She's got a little bun in the oven. And not only was it revealed on Nick Viall's podcast, but she also then went and posted about it on the Instagram. So she posted an Instagram reel of her in her bathroom. Sorry, this wasn't on the top. It was literally breaking. I guess that was the big news. But then everyone was trying to figure out who her secret boyfriend is. And so I was chatting with other Bravo accounts. I was chatting with some of my friends. I was chatting with reporters. We were like detectives trying to crack the code and figure out who the mystery boyfriend is. And it looks like we may have figured it out. First, there was this guy. His name was Jared. Let me double check that. I think his name was Jared. And at first we thought this may have been the guy. And I was like, that's the guy. I mean, he worked at Wasatch Excursions, which is where she claims to have met him. Actually, let me give you a real quick brief. So on Viall Files, she said that there was a guy that she's been seeing for the past year. She met him at Wasatch Excursions, which is in Utah. It's the ski resort that she filmed at with Heather Gay. She said she saw the guy. She thought he was really hot. She wanted to see if he was single. She asked one of the managers if he's single. The manager was like, well, he's courting. He's seen someone, but it's not official. It's not exclusive, whatever. Monica ends up chatting with the guy, slips her number to him. He ends up hitting her up, right? They've now been dating for about a year. She just revealed on the Viall Files that at the time that they filmed Viall Files, she was 7 weeks pregnant. And at first she was trying to tell, we'll get into all the other stuff she said, but I just want to cover the pregnancy and the boyfriend stuff now. But she also said that he's 29, was 28 at the time that they met. Lives in Utah. He was sort of seeing a girl, but it wasn't exclusive. And he told her that. They started texting. He definitely seems to be very adventurous. And she posted her video reel confirming her pregnancy. She had all of these look like clear blue pregnancy tests. She had a whole bunch of them. She peed in a cup, showed us the pee in the cup, put the pee of the cup on the counter, then put the pregnancy test into the pee, and then waited for the reveal, found out that she was pregnant, right? That was her big reveal on Instagram. But what's interesting is she used this photo of the two of them in her announcement. So it's a photo of her. He's wearing like a mask. He's wearing a helmet with like the safety guards because they're skiing together. So it's this photo of the two of them up in the slopes, not really sure where. We don't see it. She only used, so I don't know if you are familiar, but when you post an Instagram reel, you don't have to actually, when you're deciding what the thumbnail is going to be, you don't have to actually use a still from the video. You can just use you can upload a photo. So it looks like she uploaded this photo of the two of them together, but you can't really tell who he is, right? He appears to be taller. He appears to have a bigger build. So this guy Jared that we originally thought that it was, he's a little more scrawny. He looked young. I was like, ooh, that's who she chose. That's interesting. That's a choice. Definitely doesn't look like he's like he would be like ready to settle down and be a dad. He was just a little scrawny. He was kind of like a rocker. Like, he had like that, like he listens to Blink 182. But she said that he was 28 or he had just turned 29, but he was 28 at the time. But when you looked at Jared's Facebook page, you could see that he was born in October 1995. So the math didn't add up because then technically he would still be 28 right now. So I was like, well, that doesn't really add up. But then there was this other guy that was brought onto my radar. This guy, his name is Braxton Knight. And ooh, is he a cutie patootie? He is a hunka burning love. These photos are from his Facebook page. And I was like, oh, could this possibly be the guy? Right. And then you do a little digging. You find out that he clearly is familiar because this is also from his Facebook page. He's familiar with Wasatch Mountains, which is where Monica claims to have met him. But not only that, he's very adventurous. If you look at his build, he definitely appears to be taller. This other Jared guy did not seem to be much taller than a fifth grader. So it didn't add up that it was this Jared guy. The thing was the age kind of added up. It showed that he did work there, but this Braxton guy definitely seems to check out a little bit more. And then you continue and you see this photo, which I just showed you. There was a photo of him. And if you zoom in, you can see that he has the green neon goggles and the green neon helmet, which is what I was trying to find. And I couldn't find that on Jared's Instagram, but I did find it on Braxton's Facebook page. And so it appears that if you look at this helmet and these goggles, and this helmet and these goggles, it's clearly from a different angle. But if you look at the two of them, dun dun dun, dun, looks like it adds up. The body definitely looks like it adds up. He seems taller. He seems a lot more muscular. Lives in Utah. Familiar with the ski resort that Monica met him at. And not only that, but the biggest one is that Monica Garcia actually follows him. Monica Garcia follows Braxton Knight. This Braxton, not the Jared. And it is the same guy because the profile photo on his Instagram, which is private, is the same photo on his Facebook page, which is where these other photos are from. So it appears this may be. I mean, listen, if this is who Monica Garcia is pulling, I'm rooting for her. You go, sis. You get that D. Let's get it. Oh, not only that, but then hold on. I have to give credit where credit's due. What is this? Reality T? Yeah, realityt.com also posted an article about this guy as well. I was working with one of my friends who's a reporter, and we were like working on the story. We were like detectives together, and we're like, oh, look at this, and oh, his profile says this, and oh, his profile, oh, Monica's following. And I was like, oh, and screenshot Monica's following. And you have to screenshot everything because once they figure out that you're onto them, then they make all their profiles and everything private. So we were like trying to keep up with everything, and we're texting back and forth, and then I'm DMing other accounts online. So yeah, it was interesting. Oh, Andy Cohen's letting his facial hair grow out. That's fun. I haven't tuned in to watch what happens live this week, but yeah. Whew. When that happened, I was like, this is a case for the FBI. But so yeah, I was chatting with a bunch of different people this morning. We were like trying to figure out, and we were trying to crack the code. But luckily, one of my reporter friends that I was hoping would be able to break the story first, but then I saw that Reality T, we're trying to confirm it, and then Reality T ran with the story. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Guess we got to talk. Somebody already ran with the story. They already outed Braxton. We got to run with it. So we did. But if you put all the pieces together, it definitely seems like this guy checks out. Of the options, the build, the mask, the Utah. Also, they said that he was potentially like seeing someone, but not exclusive. And then some of his photos showed from 2022 that there was a girl that he was kind of hanging out with, but not like officially dating. They showed her, and then you look at her profile, and she's from Utah as well. So, it just, all of the pieces were piecing together. Boom. Oh man, oh man, oh man. It was fun. I like this. I like the little crew that I had working on that I was working with this morning trying to crack the code. Braxton Knight, that's a rapper. Is it a rapper? Is it like DJ James Kennedy? The white Kanye? It's not about the pasta la. So yeah, allegedly. So there we go. That's what it is. This is potentially the baby daddy. Listen, I would not mind if he were my baby daddy. He be looking fine. He be looking mighty fine. All the pieces be piecing. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want that? If that's who Monica is banging, then I'm like, get it, girl. You banging. Banging and slanging. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right. There should be more details to the story to come. So stay tuned. But congrats to Monica for, congrats to Monica for finding herself a hot baby daddy. It's good. It's good. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay, but I guess let's talk about what else she revealed on the Viall files. And then we'll yeah, we can talk about. Well, actually, let's just dive into that now. I was gonna say, or we can talk about the Kathy and Rinna of it all, because Kathy and Rinna were spotted out together. They were at a charity gala in Beverly Hills. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, today's Thursday, guys. Get it together. Get it together. But so Kathy Hilton and Lisa Rinna were spotted together, friends, best friends. It's Whitney and Heather, best friends. So, I mean, I know that Kathy and Rinna like squashed their beef. A few months ago, I believe Rinna reached out to her and she's like, listen, girl, here are some flowers. Like, let's just squash the beef. Let's, obviously being on Housewives, being in Bravo land can make us a little cuckoo crazy. I didn't mean to like, come at you so hard. I was just trying to be, trying to make it entertaining for the show and trying to be real, own it, baby, own it. And she's like, I guess she, took accountability, apologized for going a little too hard on Kathy. And they seem to be good. But so there was a charity gala. Crystal Minkoff was there. Kyle Richards was there. Kyle was posing with photos with Kathy, posing in photos with Kathy rather. And then Rinna and Kathy were both photographed together. So that's kind of nice, right? Nice that we can see them living their best life. We can see them, in good spirits again. Maybe one day we'll see them both back on. Well, I don't know. I don't think Lisa Rinna is going back to Housewives. I think Rinna is officially done with Housewives. She's like, thank you. Next, moving on. But they have reunited. They seem to be in a good place, which is good. We can move on from the Aspen drama. We can be, happy, cordial, all good. We can be all hunky dory again. Okay. Back to Monica Garcia on the Viall files. So she sat down with Nick Viall, and not only did she reveal the pregnancy and her secret boyfriend, but then she also no wonder it's so funny because Monica's like, this was like the baby that was meant to be because I was on birth control and I don't know how I got pregnant and it just happened and I'm 39 and how did it happen? Girl, you're 39. At 39, you don't have oopsie whoopsies. Please, my stepmother tried that with my dad. All three of the kids they had together, she claims were all oopsie whoopsies. And at some point, my dad had a vasectomy. I'm like, girl, at some point, you're a little too old to be having these. Listen, my mama had me as an oopsie whoopsie. I was the oopsie whoopsie behind the bleachers in high school. She was teen mom before it was cool. She was setting the trend for Louisiana. Or all of the Midwest. I shouldn't call it Louisiana specifically. No shade to Louisiana. No shade to Louisiana. That was just the first one that popped into my head. But yeah, teen mom, 16 and pregnant. That was my mama. But like when you're 39 and you're like, how did I accidentally get pregnant at 39? What? Like, I don't know. You're not that naive, girl. And listen, if this is her baby daddy, I would be like, I don't know how I got pregnant either. What? Oopsie whoopsie. The condom must have broke. Oh, we weren't wearing a condom. What? Oh, I accidentally snipped a little hole at the tip of the condom. Listen, I'm not saying Monica intentionally got pregnant with this hot guy, Braxton. I'm just saying if she did, I wouldn't be mad at her. Talk about that reality Von T. Give me that reality Von D. Okay, my mate. He a cute T. But so yeah, she revealed that she didn't think she could ever get pregnant. She didn't know she was going to get pregnant. She just went to urgent care for something completely different. And the next thing you know, they're like, "You're pregnant," and she's like, "What?" And then she said that she revealed the pregnancy to him while she had boarded a plane. And she's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm pregnant. Okay, love you, bye." And then like hung up the phone and then like waited for him to process it, and then they chatted afterwards. But yeah, so let's see, what other tea did she reveal outside of the pregnancy? Oh, she says that she talks about the burn book, she talks about the reunion, she talks about reality Von Tease. She says that she owes the women nothing. She owes nothing to Heather Gay or Lisa Barlow or Meredith or Whitney. She says that Heather is the one that knew the most about reality Von Tease, mainly because of the cease and desist. So her and Nick Viall seem to think that the cease and desist, it was public, I believe. Well, I mean, I don't think it was on any of the blogs, though. It was public and it was out there. So, but the thing is, there are so many of these troll accounts that I kind of believe that these women weren't really like trying to investigate who was behind the account. And I think there is a point to what Monica is saying about like how there's a lot to what she's saying about how, like, the women liked the account and they would, double tap things and like things and give some tea to the account as well, that they were a little more involved. So I think when there's a bit of an incentive, when the account's not coming at you directly or coming at you as hard as maybe they were coming at Jen Shah, there's not as much of an incentive to want to figure out who's behind the accounts. Like even me, like there are all these dumb little accounts on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, and they're fucking annoying. Or all these losers on Reddit, right? These fucking losers that are jacking off in their mom's basement all day. Um, Even them, like I'm not gonna Google a cease and desist and see who's potentially behind this account. I don't care you're not that significant in the world that like if all you're gonna do is like go on the internet and like write nasty things about people on Reddit or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, then like you're a loser. Like, why do I care to figure you out? Why do I need to know your identity? I don't give a fuck about you. So I understand how these women may not have known about the cease and desist, or may not have cared, or may not have linked the two. They may not have been like, let me look at this cease, let me dig up a cease and desist in the court records. And not only let me dig that up, but let me then see, oh, there are 6 people listed. Do I know these 6 people? Like because Monica's trying to make it seem, and even Nick Viall is trying to make it seem like, oh, well, since the cease and desist was out there and technically it's public record, then the women should have known about this account and they should have assumed and known that you were, the one behind this account. But also, why would you assume that production would cast someone that would be behind a troll account? Like it was just weird. So I don't think that that's hard evidence against the women. I think they truly did not know that Monica was behind this account until Tanisha went and outed Monica. And so Tanisha has remained close to Heather, and Monica claims that Heather knew about the account and knew about Tanisha's involvement in the account for a while. And she was like, it was just weird that she did know Tanisha was involved in this account, but yet she continued to keep Tanisha employed. So now she's so shocked about this account when she literally had Tanisha that she was still paying and staying friendly with. And yet she's shocked about me. But I also understand the women's perspective that it's not so much about the account, it's more of the deception. And I feel like that's the part that Monica's really not getting, is the fact that she was hanging out with these women and filming with these women. Meanwhile, she didn't disclose that she was behind this reality Von Teese account. Now, I also understand Monica's perspective because she's like, well, I was one of 6 people that was involved in this account, number one. And number two, the account wasn't about you guys. So why would I tell you that I was like, why would I just openly outward come out and say, hey, I was trolling Jen Shah? Because from Monica's perspective, the account was really only after Jen Shah. Maybe there were things that were said about the women that they didn't like, but the account specifically was dedicated to Jen Shah. Maybe other people posted other shady things or reposted shady things or repeated nasty things that Jen had said. That's one thing. But I think in Monica's mind, she's like, the account was not about you guys. I didn't owe you anything. I owe you no loyalty. I owe you nothing. It's like if you're friends with all these people that happen to be associated with Jen Shah, why would you out that you were behind a troll account that was trolling Jen Shah? I see it from both sides, right? But I also get the women's deception of being like, but you were behind this account. We don't like how this account has spoken about us. It does feel weird. It does feel deceptive. It feels like you were intentionally lying to us. But Monica's like, well, I didn't think this would ever come up on the show. I didn't really think this was going to be a storyline. She says that at least until she says that about 2 months into filming is when she found out that Tanisha was running her mouth and talking about the account. And so Monica's like, I knew it was going to come out at some point. But then my thing is like, well, if you knew that Tanisha was talking about it, you knew this was going to come out at some point, why not stay ahead of it and just like get out in front of it, rather than the gotcha moment. But the interesting thing too is Monica says that she feels like she went too far with Jen Shah. And she says that of all the women, Jen Shah is the only one that should get an apology from her, which then Nick kind of fought back on her about it. He's like, but isn't Jen Shah like a terrible person? Didn't she like take advantage of people and steal their money? And Monica's like, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if anyone deserved an apology, it's definitely Jen, because I infiltrated her life and I, helped turn information over to the feds against her. She's like, but I didn't. She's like, I'm not the reason she went to prison. She's like, this was a 10-year investigation. They've been on to her and following her for a while. But she says that Jen Shah is the only one that deserves the apology. She also gets into what production knew about the account. So she says casting did not know about the account, which was my original theory. I was like, oh, she probably revealed something in casting and it just kind of got lost, as they were editing her. Because usually when you're in casting, they have hours and hours of interviews with you, but they edit it down into like a 1-minute sizzle that the network will then decide whether or not they want to move forward with you or not. But she says that it wasn't casting, it was actually the early production crew that she was working with. So there were about 4 people that she revealed the reality Von Teese information to, but she didn't think that they were going to use it or run with it. And she says that by the time she started filming the actual show, those 4 people didn't appear to be on production anymore. That they were maybe outsourced, maybe hired, maybe part of the same team, but working on a different project. She didn't know, but she was just like, I just know the people that I revealed this information to, I didn't see once production began a year later. So it's possible that that information just never got transferred, or it got transferred and just didn't really seem relevant or important, or like it was going to be as big of a deal. Cause like, I also don't think production could have, expected the women to react the way that they did to that news. Oh, this girl ran a troll account. That's dumb. Like we already saw that happen with Angie K's husband last season. Like we've already done that. We've already played that. It's probably not really significant to the storyline we're looking to follow this season. They also don't want to burn Monica because they needed a new snowflake to be able to stand on her own in replacement of Jen Shah. So I don't think they had any intention of not bringing Monica back for a second season, but the cards went the way that they went. And she claims to say she thinks that it's the other women that got her fired because they all band together and claimed that they wouldn't film with her if she came back. And she's like, I didn't think that they had that much power, but apparently they do. She talks about the burn book. She says that the burn book only got 2 minutes at the reunion, that they brushed over it really quickly. She's like, I had to sit there and listen to all these recordings of me that Tanisha gave, but yet the burn book, she's like, we barely even touched on it. And she's like, all the receipts were in there. The cease and desist was in there. The text messages with Heather Gay were in there to prove that, Heather was very much aware of the Reality Von Teese account. She was aware of Tanisha's involvement in the Reality Von Teese account, all of it. I'm pretty sure Tanisha was the one that was on the phone with her. I don't know if we ever got confirmation of that, but I'm pretty sure when Heather's on the phone, she's like, what? She did what? I'm sure that was Tanisha who was giving her all the tea. But Monica says that she doesn't understand why Tanisha came for her, but she says that Tanisha had a campaign to get Monica fired around month 2 when they were in production, which again begs the question, well, if you knew that there was this campaign that Tanisha was trying to start to get you fired from the show, why not just be upfront about it and talk about it? Mention it all. Mention it all. So, yeah. I don't know. Don't. Don't. Trained me. You are my fire, the one desire. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I want it that way. Tell me why I never want to hear you say, I want it that way. Tell me why. Mm, 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 mm. I never want to hear you say. Monica, just be happy that you're invited to gay brunch bingo appearances. Listen, it's just interesting. She's doing the most right now. Oh, I feel like my hair looks cute today. My brows look good. Pussy drip to drip to drip, drop in. Pussy sweet to tasty like chocolate. Monica needs to be on House of Villains. Nick Viall does ask her, he's like, "So what's next for you? What are you gonna do now?" And she's like, "I can't say what's next because of NDAs and stuff, but I am pregnant." And she's like, "My friend's over there, and my friend doesn't want me to reveal that I'm pregnant, but I'm pregnant." She's 7 weeks pregnant. When do they say you're supposed to wait to reveal before you're pregnant? Um, it's not the third trimester, by the third trimester, the baby's already on its way, right? It's about 6 weeks, right? So at 7 weeks, she should be in the clear to be able to announce that publicly. I just can't go to my job and not show up to things because I don't like the person that I work with. That's true, but your job is not based off of, I'm assuming you're saying that in reference to the women not wanting to work with her. But then that's treating housewives like just a job, right? And not a reality show about a real group of friends, real women. 3 months. Oh, so 3 months is 12 weeks. Wow. Oh, so we're really early. Yeah, because 6 weeks, that's less than 2 months into the pregnancy. Ooh, that is a very I mean, she did confirm that she's pregnant. She put, like, 6 different, pregnancy tests into her little pee. That was kinda gross. I mean, listen, I'm happy for her. I hope that she has a healthy, happy, vibrant pregnancy, but I was kind of like, "Well, girl, I believe you. I don't think we need the pee on the Instagram." She's like, "Here's my pee." It was a lot of pee. I was like, "God, that's so much pee." Like, I would think you need just, like, a little bit, but, like, that was a lot of pee. Is that how women do it? They put their pee in a cup and then put the thing in the thing? They don't pee on the stick? I thought you peed on the stick, right? Like, you were giving someone a golden shower. You thought you actually, like, peed on the stick. I guess it would make more sense, right, to put it in the cup and then put the pregnancy test in the cup. I don't know. I've never peed on a pregnancy test, but I assume things, right? Okay, Nessa says she peed on the stick. I thought that that was how you do it, but it is I would imagine it's a lot messier if you pee on the stick, but she had a lot of pee. She was chugging that Gatorade. She was chugging that Pedialyte. Old school's pee on the stick. I'm just saying, I think it's more efficient, Monica's method, pee in the cup rather than pee on the stick. You can use a cup too for the little strips. Okay, interesting. We're learning things every day. Hmm. No one puts it in a cup. Who has a cup handy? Well, it looks like she was in a hotel room, and they have those little plastic cups that are in the little bags when you have tea or whatever. It looks like it was one of those little plastic cups, and who has a cup handy? Well, usually, aren't you doing it, like, at home? You're not doing it, like, at the grocery store where you're gonna need to be like, "Where do I find a cup handy?" You're not doing it in the car. Like, you're usually going somewhere where there's likely to be a cup, right? The cup does not come with the pregnancy test. No way. Zach, the weeks start when you start ovulating, so you have sex at, like, a week 2 to 3 and are actually pregnant around week 4 to 6. Oh, so she just found out she's pregnant. You're not a woman, you're ignorant. Why do you come up in my comments and start yelling every day? You're not a woman, you're ignorant. You pee in a cup, and when you've been trying for many months, you post multiple tats to be sure. I don't know what tattoos have anything to do with it, but I I'm hold on, let me double check. I'm gonna look inside my pants really quick. Oh yeah, I have a penis. Oh yeah, I got it. I'm a dude. Didn't realize I completely forgot that I have a dick. Obviously I know I'm not a woman. Which is why I asked the live chat because there are so many women in my live chat. So that's why it was an open call saying, "Hi, is that standard? Do you put it in a cup?" I thought this is how it works because I'm a man and I've never peed on a stick. I don't know how it works. You said you pee in a cup. Other women said differently. So maybe you're the ignorant one. I don't know. That's why I was asking the question. I wasn't judging her for peeing in a cup. You're ignorant. I've acknowledged my ignorance, my love. I don't have a vagina. I can't get pregnant. Um, so yeah. I can tell if a man is pregnant by him peeing in my mouth. Okay, wow. That took a turn, Brian. Is that what you do you like pee in your mouth? That's okay, this is a members only conversation, not a 9 AM YouTube live stream. Um, oof. So, yeah, Monica, if she's 7 weeks pregnant and you usually find out that you're pregnant between, like, 4 to 6 weeks, then, yeah, that is fresh, which now makes sense because if you listen to the Nick Viall interview, she's like her friend is like, "Don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything," and it seemed like she was kind of just like, "Well, I know this information, nobody really knows about it yet, but I kinda wanna say it, but maybe I don't wanna say it," and she's like, "Can I edit it out if I don't wanna say it?" And the Nick's like, "Yeah, we can totally edit it out if you don't want it to be out there." But I mean, that's a very premature announcement then if those numbers are which again, I'm not a woman. I wouldn't know. But this bitch in the live chat wants to come and play games every day. Thank you for coming every day and choosing to watch my show though. I do appreciate that. You gotta love the people that consistently come back um, just to find reasons to be mad at you. Like that is dedication. Um, I'm not an OBGYN. I don't play one in this chat. Oh, okay. Thank you, Crispy. She has to have a blood test in order to confirm it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably positive. Well, she had all 6 of the pregnancy tests that she put into the cup with the pee, right? And not only that, but she said that she found out she was pregnant when she had to go to the, urgent care? She went for something different, and then they found out that she was pregnant, so I'm assuming that's where they ran the blood test and confirmed that she was pregnant, and she was just doing the pee in the cup to show everybody, "Here's confirmation that I'm actually pregnant, and I'm not lying like I did about Reality Von Teese," is what I assume was her intention. Um, Brian is naughty to know, but Brian says, "I can tell if a man is pregnant by eating his pussy. Pretty sure most men are not pregnant." Got it. You're like Karen from, Mean Girls, where she's like, "There's a good chance that it's raining right now," and she can tell by feeling her boobs. She has 4 kids already. Yeah, Monica, I believe, has 4 other kids. Um, yeah. I wish she didn't announce it. It's kind of early having made the mistake myself, but wish her the best. Yeah, listen, we wish her all the best. I mean, I'm wish well, that was the other interesting thing too, is when she was telling Nick Viall about the pregnancy, she was saying that she told Braxton, because we're assuming that's her boyfriend, right? That's alleged. That's not officially confirmed, but the clues indicate that this Braxton guy is the baby daddy. But so she says that when she revealed this news to this guy, that he told her that that whatever she chooses to do, he supports, her body, her choice, basically, is what he said to her, which, is interesting because then that would mean she's still in the early enough stages to where she could make that decision, right? When can you no longer make, I'm not trying to get into a political thing here, but I'm uncertain of when you can no longer, isn't it about like 8 weeks from my ignorant understanding before I get dragged again? Um, yeah. I'd miscarried at 7 weeks and I was only 29, 39. She definitely has a higher risk. That's my concern with her announcing, and I think that's the concern her friend had with her announcing it too soon, and that's why it seemed like there was a lot of trepidation with her friend that was in the studio with her, was like, "Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it," and she ended up saying it. And obviously, even though she said, "I'm comfortable with it being out there," like, Nick Viall's team's not gonna be like, "Ooh, let's cut it out. Let's be mindful of that." No, they wanna get that scoop, and now it's breaking all over the internet. Stacy Ann says 10 to 12 weeks genetic testing, then you announce. She's 39. Um, she can have a miscarriage. OBGYN nurse here. Okay, so Stacy Ann is a nurse. So she's probably less ignorant than I am, according to the live chat. And she said it's about 10 to 12 weeks. You get genetic testing, and then you announce. When she said 7 weeks, I was like, that sounds pretty early on. Um, So is that this 10 to 12 weeks? Is that when you're technically in the second trimester? Like the first trimester is done, so now you're in the clear? Um, Genetic testing is so cringe to me. Why is it cringe to you? To Monica moving to Valley Village so that she can come on the valley. That's hilarious. Brian, how much pussy are you eating? Sorry. Side note. Yeah, I don't agree with people having babies at 50. I would not want to make a human being out of my expired egg. Okay, well, that's not a very nice thing to say. Um, Britt said, "Isn't like mid-30s considered geriatric pregnancy? I'm childless, so I could be wrong." She said that, Monica. I believe in the interview with Nick Viall, she says, "I'm geriatric." She's like, "I'm considered geriatric at this point," which I would assume is why you would be. Listen, I don't wanna rain on her parade. It's great that she is having a baby and that she's with somebody that she really likes and that she really cares about, and he seems like a really nice dude, and he's a really hot dude. So, yeah, 34 is considered geriatric. Oh, 3 months is when you're in the clear. Got it. God, what did Joe say now? We can ask nurse anesthesiologist Anne Marie. Yeah, we can ask Anna Marie. I'm 44 with no kids, but I'm hopeful I can eventually be a mother. These days, there are many different ways. That's right, Danielle. You have many different options. Will Monica's mom give her a minivan for season 2 of Monica in Love? Well, interesting. She says that her and her mom have not talked to each other at all. So I don't know if you guys remember when the video came out, there was this video of Monica's mom coming over and they're yelling at each other. Monica says that she came over uninvited. She had to kick her mom out and that they have not spoken since then. And that Monica's mom told her, you no longer have a mother and I no longer have a daughter. And that was it, and they haven't spoken since. And she says that their relationship has never been as bad as what we've seen on the show. She said that when the show began production, that her and her mom were in a good place. They were in a better place, but now they're no longer in that good place. So yeah. Yeah. Oops. Somebody said if they're talking so much about Bussy, they're probably not getting a lot. Ooh, don't come for Brian in the live chat. Mm. Yeah. Any age above 35 is considered high risk. That's so sexist that women over 35 are considered high risk, but men can just be banging out babies like Robert De Niro, 80 years old. So yeah. I love Monica. I mean, people definitely like Monica. Oh, this bitch is still here. Genetic testing should be offensive to you too. It tests abnormalities and birth defects and many about things. Oh, listen, you called me ignorant. So how do you assume what I know what the genetic testing process is? I didn't. You said I'm ignorant. I own my ignorance. I don't know about genetic pregnancy testing. So I wasn't familiar with that. Jesus, you need like some probiotics, maybe a glass of wine, you know, maybe you just need to get a good vibrator, rub one out, just kind of like release, do a little meditation, some yoga, eat a little probiotic yogurt to kind of like balance the gut. Lots of different options, my love. If we're this angry every morning when we come into the live chat, I just feel like, there are things that we can do to maybe process that. Maybe try therapy, try better help if we can't afford therapy. You have options. Maybe go for a run in the morning. Maybe try a little less coffee so we're not as amped up. I don't know. I just feel like, you're very angry every morning when you come into the live chat and you never have, very nice or productive things to say. So I just want to, you know, make sure we're okay. Make sure our blood pressure levels are at a healthy rate. Yeah, her mom is terrible. It's not sexist, it's just reality. I know, Nessa, I was making a joke because every little thing you say is sexist or racist or homophobic or transphobic or this or that. I was making a joke that biology is sexist, which I mean, technically it kind of is, but like, obviously, I'm not being serious. Okay, Mallory says that genetic testing is not offensive to her. Yeah. She said modern science is amazing. Well, it depends on the science, but sure. I assumed you would be because of your brother. Well, what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and yourself. Stop assuming. You called me ignorant and then you assumed I knew things that I didn't know? Hmm. Can't make 2 plus 2 equal 8. Hi, Sharon. You make me smile too. Mm, 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 mm. Speaking of rubbing one out, Zach, how did you expend your excess energy last night? Oh, I went to the gym. I went to the gym. I went on the stair climber. I pumped some iron. Wanted to make sure I was getting those, ooh, ooh, ooh. which, by the way, Coach David Orange Theory was very impressed with my rowing skills. He's like, wow, Zach, you were really killing it. I was like, that's right, Joe. I mean, sorry, that's right, Dave. Coach Dave. It was not Coach Joe. Coach Joe was yesterday. I only have Coach Joe on Mondays. But no, Joe, I did not rub one out last night. Sorry. Freezing your eggs, does that make it so that you can carry whenever? Well, I don't know. Your body's not the same. Your eggs may be the same, but I don't know if your body's the same. Maybe don't be so self-absorbed. Why do you watch my show if all you do is come in here with your angry, bitter bullshit? Genetic testing gives the pregnant person an opportunity to learn more and be better prepared. Again, I'm ignorant when it comes to the genetic testing. Maybe I'll Google it some more. Maybe I won't. I don't know. So I don't have an opinion on whether it's good or not good or what. Just saying. Forensic Mama 83 says, Zach, you're so spicy. I absolutely love it. You make my day, and I look forward to listening to you at work when I'm cleaning these condos. Get it, girl. You have to do the I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring. You have to tell them I cook and I clean. And baby, I'm ready for this ring. I want to get a surrogate when I have my baby. Well, obviously, I need a surrogate when I have my baby. Ooh, Zach has the best. Oh, you like my arms? I've been working on them, okay? I've been working on them. I'll be up in the gym working on my fitness. He's my witness. Ooh wee. We've been trying. We've been lifting and pounding. Look at I have arms, the better to choke you with, my dear. Listen, just gonna say, there have been some boys that have been all up in the DMs, and I was like, oh, I remember when you weren't bugging with me before, and now you want me to choke you in bed? You missed the mark, baby. You missed your time. Joe is offering his surrogacy services. I don't try. All love to Joe. I don't trust his surrogacies. I don't trust any of Joe's services. Mm, 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 mm. You have a lot of woke snowflakes in here today, do I? Well, okay. I love the darker hairs. Like, thank you. Thank you. Crispy says, I have your back, Zach. Just know that I'm right here with a sassy comment in case you need it. Well, get him ready. Gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me, quick jump out, but you let it get inside of me. Don't use your hands to choke me. No, I'll choke you with my arms, when I'm hitting it from behind like that, No. You know, you know. You know, you know. Oh, your arms look great. Don't be doing any of that choking stuff. That shit goes haywire too fast. Listen, that's why you sign a consent form, right? Okay, any other thoughts, feelings, vibes, tea that you guys saw? Um, uh, what? I feel like there wasn't a ton of additional tea. Right? Let's see, anything new? Anything that broke? Oh, OJ Simpson passed away, guys. Oh yeah, someone just said, did you hear about OJ? Yeah. OJ Simpson has passed away at 76. And this is not a TikTok. Not a TikTok. You know that TikTok where you like prank your parents by telling them their favorite celebrity died and they're like, "What?" No. OJ Simpson has died after having cancer. I love that Page Six used the photo of his glove. They have him in his older years. Oh my god, they have him in Nicole, and then they use a photo of him in court with the glove. Which, to be honest, the glove kind of looks like it fits a little bit. I was a little too young during the OJ Simpson trial that I wasn't as actively invested in it, so I don't remember much from it. But from this photo, the glove does kind of look like it fits a little bit. If the glove don't fit, it quit. Wow. OJ ditched his cane for final outing in Las Vegas less than 2 months before his death. Well, at least he went out with a bang. That's what I'm saying. If I'm going down, then you know what? I want to go down hard. No, not hard. I want to go down. Live fast, die hot. Live it up. Live it up. Ooh, someone put whipped vodka in their coffee. Okay, Sunstrack. All right. I think that's all the tea that we got. I mean, I do feel bad for OJ. Well, I feel bad for anybody that dies, you know? Yeah, I mean, no other crazy news. Um, Kourtney Kardashian drinks her breast milk. She felt sick, so she drinks some breast milk to feel better. There you go. Pounded a glass of breast milk because I got sick. Good night. That's interesting. It's a choice. Well, I mean, I know there are lots of nutrients in breast milk, so good for her. Do you think he did it guilty or not? I mean, from what I've heard, again, I was a little too young to follow the case closely, but from what I heard, it definitely sounded like he did it. From the details that I do know, it definitely sounded like he did it. But I know my ignorance is on display because, like I said, I was very young at the time. Usually, Zach gives us a sex ed lesson, but today we got to give him one. Yeah, well, because I'm ignorant, remember? Crispy Treat says, Zach, I've already said some really inappropriate shit before I came in here about OJ. Basically, did a drive-by, an insult, and ran in here for safety. Oh, okay, Crispy. To know about the case, just watch season 6 of Beverly Hills. I did. I did watch season 6 of Beverly Hills. But I don't remember all the details because again, I was very young when it happened. So yeah. Whew. Yeah, I mean, I know the consensus is that everyone believes that he did it. But yeah, who's Brittany Kardashian? Isn't that his wife? Is the wife after Chris? Look, I was in college and watched the trial. Those were the days of court TV. He's totally guilty. I also lived in LA during the apex of police chases. Those were fun. I remember watching police chases growing up on the TV, and we're like, we're rooting for them to get away, even though it's not the right thing. Listen, where I grew up, we did it. It's pretty much Vanderpump Rules, but with murder. I bet there's mention about OJ passing in a future episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't know. Do you think they would mention? I don't think they'll mention it. Maybe no, I don't know. Well, they've already filmed. They've already finished filming the next season. Doesn't the next season comes in May next month? So it's already done. Production's already wrapped. Aaron D with the shade. Aaron tells the troll in the live chat, I will pray for you to find some peace because you seem really stressed out. Right? What is it? Enam? Enam 00 just seems very stressed. Very stressed. Now Scott Peterson is being proven innocent. Oh, is he? I remember hearing about that case too. Again, it's been so long. So yeah. Never watched and never will watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Well, good thing you won't watch it because it got taken off the air a few years ago. Keeping Up with the Kardashians ended on E. Now they have a new show on Hulu called The Kardashians. All right. Well, on that note, thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode of No Filter with Zack Peter. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you go out and live life and, do all the damn things that make you happy. Find some inner peace, have a glass of wine for those of you that need it. I'm not going to judge you. It may only be almost 10 a.m. here, but it could be, 10, 11, 12, 1 over in the East Coast. That's brunch time. That's cocktail hour. Give me a follow at Just Plain Zach. Slide into my DMs with your thirsty naughtiness because I'm feeling a little spicy today. So, yeah, Normally people are like, don't send me dick pics, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll rate some dick pics. I don't know. I'm just talking shit. But slide into my DMs. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You can follow me at Just Plain Zach. Follow the podcast at No Filter with Zach. And catch new episodes of No Filter with Zack Peter Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We will be live this evening for our members only. And you will definitely have a bonus episode for No Filter Plus members on Apple Podcasts on Friday. So no new episodes of the podcast until Monday. So have a great weekend. Enjoy, get laid, get lit, get fit, get laid, get lit, get fit. We'll probably go. I think I'm gonna try to go early live tonight. So maybe we'll say 5 p.m. Pacific is what I'm aiming for. 5:30. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Good night. Bye.